Hey everyone, it's Jamie from IndependenceStTarot and Seasonsinritual, and I'm here for our midweek check-in. It is Wednesday, the 23rd, and there's a lot happening today. It's the first day of Virgo season, and Mercury is stationing retrograde. And on the bottom of the deck, we have the star. And I think that's very fortuitous because I do see this Virgo season and Mercury turning retrograde. I do see it maybe bringing up a lot of past hurts and past things that haven't been resolved within us, even if we've been working on them, those other little parts that want to get resolved so we can move forward or keep moving forward. Allow those to come up, you guys, and then allow them to be resolved. Find the healing that you need. Ask yourself, universe, who do I need to come into my life to help me solve these problems or heal my heart, or you fill in the blank, and things will come up. You can always book a sesh with me. I've got Helen, my friend Heidi. I just went and had a session with my friend Donna that was really interesting and really good. I feel great. My friend Sheila, she's on YouTube as well. So there's lots of different ways and modalities and things that we can do to heal what may be resurfacing at this time. The other thing that I see coming in with this Mercury retrograde is that it's really important to reintroduce yourself. Look at the things that you're doing if you want to keep doing them, and see if there's some way that you can be a little clearer on what it is that you are trying to present. Jupiter, like we mentioned in the video with Helen, Jupiter is in Taurus, and this is the first time it's been in Taurus for 12 years. And Jupiter is this planet expansion, gifts, luck, faith, and so it is lighting up all the earth signs. So that's good for us. Virgo is an earth sign. We just moved into Virgo season, but also it's really good for all my Virgos, all our Capricorns, our sweet Cappies, and our Taurinians out there. So use this Mercury retrograde. If this thing's coming up and you feel blocked, or you feel like this is coming up again, have that resolve to get things done. One thing I didn't do was pull up our notes so we could talk about the rest of the week that Helen and I went through with our weekly celestial chat notes. Okay, so it is Wednesday. So let's pull some cards for Wednesday, okay? Tomorrow, the moon is in Scorpio, you guys. So this is the time. The moon's in Scorpio today, tomorrow. Today and tomorrow. And so ask yourself, okay, this is when you can be extremely intuitive. Okay, who do I need to come into my life to help me resolve these issues that I just don't want to carry around anymore, or, need to be resolved. We've got this. This is going to be a good Virgo season. All right, so for the rest of the week, what do we got? We got 2 cards. Oh, we got 3. You know what? So we're just going to go with these 3. Mamma mia. Okay. And the Ace of Wands on the bottom. Beep, beep, beep. Okay. So these 3 friends came out all together. We have the Hermit, the World, and then the 2 of Swords. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have this Ace of Wands, which is very interesting. We just moved into Virgo season, and we don't have any Earth per se represented in this pool, and that is totally okay. So the first one is the Hermit. And I think this is a good time, right? The Hermit is about going in to ourselves, remembering what makes us shine, remembering our light, and if you feel like you've got to go into the cave of the self and say hey, I got to dust off this lantern, like we were talking about. I'm ready to get out of my cave and to shine, right? Allow this to happen. The ending is here. The ending of not being able to lead with your light. You can see the Hermit's, this is funny. The Hermit's head is always down, and the Hermit always leads with his lantern. And that lantern has that Merkaba in there. And that Merkaba is that sacred geometry. And it is about, restructuring our energy, restructuring our DNA, if you will, restructuring our binary code in order for us to show up as our authentic selves, right? And so let this ending happen. Okay, let this ending go, or let this ending show up, let those old stories die. And I know we talk a lot about these old stories, but I mean, it was coming in pretty clear, when I was thinking about Mercury retrograde and Virgo season. And I like when things are pretty clear, you know what I mean? Like, it's okay to have some clarity every once in a while, instead of just like answering a question with a question. What are we, Jesus? Let's get some clarity here. So let the world come in. Ask yourself what needs to end. How can I show up in my best self? How can I show up leading with my light, leading with the lantern? And then you have this Two of Swords, and the Two of Swords to me is always, well, for right now, it might change as I get older, but right now I always see this as discernment. And what's interesting is that little moon right there, right? Because tomorrow is the first quarter moon. And when the first quarter moon comes up, that's when we start moving into things that we've thought about, like, this is where I want my life to go. So if you're thinking about healing something, thinking about starting something new, sit with it, right? Sit with it. Be able to make sure you can get into the feeling of it. That's that water. You see the water is moving. It's not scary waves crashing over, but there's movement there. It's like remembering the feeling, the remembering of, oh, I can do this, the remembering of relief, if you are letting go of all those old stories, right? And you're in it. That's why her eyes are closed. She's not seeing it in front of her. She's experiencing it with her heart and her mind, right? When we talk about visualization and things like this. So it's okay to discern where you want to go, even if it's not presented to you right now. Because at the bottom of the deck is this Ace of Wands. It's really funny. It says this Ace of Wands, and this Ace of Wands is saying, okay, let's get excited. Let's start things happening again. And I had to pull more cards. Okay, so because then you have the Six of Swords, and a Six of Swords again, especially if you're dealing with family issues, you're going to get into calmer waters with it. Okay, you're going to get into calmer waters. Just ask for that clarity. Ask for it to come in. Ask really, what is the best healing modality to get me to where I want to go at this time? And you will get the answer. Something will show up on your YouTube feed. Something will show up on social media. You'll hear a commercial, or maybe this is the first time you're watching me, and you're like, oh, this is that lady, I want to get in touch with her. And then you look who's here. I was like, oh, interesting, because our sweet Queen of Pentacles came out, and at the beginning I said, it's interesting, we don't have any earth energy, and here it is. So the first day of Virgo season, and this Queen of Pentacles, this queen energy is always about receiving. All right, so receive the information you need that's going to make you more abundant. Receive this information that you need that's going to make you more grounded. You can see she's all dressed in red. That's that root chakra, right? Like, that's being grounded. Allow yourself to receive the information that you need in order to resolve things. The Queen of Pentacles is known for getting it all done. She can take care of a home. She can take care of a business. She can take care of it all. So have this, be able to receive, just say, I'm allowing myself to receive the information I need in order to move things forward. But also remember that if you don't need to do it, don't put yourself out there to do it. Focus on you. Okay. Sometimes the Queen of Pentacles is known self-sacrificing, just like kind of the martyr, so if you've been in that martyring energy a lot, like, this is the time to cut it out. And notice, like, oh my God, why did I say yes to that? And sometimes we get into a cycle, right? And that's why we pulled the World. It's time to let that cycle end. Okay, so Thursday, tomorrow, the moon's still going to be in Scorpio, and it's going to be that first quarter moon. And this is a great card for this, all that water there, Scorpio, first quarter moon. This is kind of what it looks like, you guys. Be in that discernment, be in that discernment, feel where you want to be, feel where you want to go, see where you want to go in your mind. Once those things start to match up, that's how we manifest. Mars in Virgo will be trining Pluto So that's kind of that Mars, right? That Mars and Pluto, right? Oh, that's good too. But that Mars is that, fire. Mars is moving us forward. And in Pluto, it's like letting those things die. So if we're sitting here and we're looking at all this death that we do want to occur so we can move forward, Mars is then there being like, okay, Virgo, guess what? I'm here. And Virgo's like, hey, buddy, it's my season. Welcome. And Mars is like, okay, let's resolve all this old shit so we can get cracking. And so it's like, okay. And Pluto being in Capricorn, right, is like transformation of the way we used to work, transformation of the way we think we had to work, transformation in the way we think we had to show up in order to get things done. And if those old stories are mucking up how you are trying to show up now, how you're trying to work, or even if you're trying to work on getting rid of all those old stories, let that fiery energy start moving you along. Let that fiery energy get into this new story of how you want to work now and how that relates to you of where you are in your life right now. Friday, the moon will be in Sagittarius. Again, Sagittarius is a fire sign. Sagittarius is a lot of fun. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. And where did we say Jupiter was? It is in Taurus. So again, allow this energy of expansion, gifts, luck, faith to come in. And again, always having the moon in Sagittarius, especially on a Friday, that's a lot of good vibes. So allow these good vibes to come in. Saturday, the moon will still be in Sagittarius. The Mars will be conjunct Athena in Virgo. So now you have movement and strategery. Strategic. Athena is the strategic warrior together in Virgo. So another way to really get things started, clean things out, resolve, whatever it is you like to resolve. Lean into that on Saturday. And then Sunday, the moon will move into Capricorn. And that moon in Capricorn, again, be intuitive on how you want to work, be intuitive on how you can ground yourself, be intuitive on what the earth is telling you what to do. Remember, Capricorn is the sea goat. It can maneuver its feelings. It can also maneuver land, right? So Capricorn, you're probably like, oh, I don't want to maneuver anything because I got to focus on work. But lean into that side again, our Capricorn. You've got Jupiter in Taurus right now, so it's helping you out. So let it help you out to get bigger in the idea that you can maneuver things with your feelings in your mind and you can show up grounded, and that's going to help you get there. Also on Sunday, that Mars enters Libra, right? And so that's very interesting because now the last card is the Justice card. And justice is about things coming into balance. And so working with all that masculine energy with us, within us, is helping us move things forward, so we can start feeling more in balance. In Libra is the scales of justice, if you will. And so also when the Justice card is pulled, it's talking about our lives are going to come more into balance for a long time. So a lot of good energy here, you guys, a lot of energy coming onto the planet. It is the start of Virgo season, so that's always a new energy that comes in. Allow things to end. Take time to see where you are now and how you'd like to show up. You can get those answers, going into your heart and your mind. It's going to, like, a lot of this stuff, because there's so much energy coming in, it's just going to be moving forward. Stay grounded, start receiving those answers. Know if there's things coming up with the family, even if they seem insurmountable right now, they are going to get, they're going to get resolved. Okay. So don't worry about it. It's mother issues, if you will. It's going to get resolved. Okay. At Ace of Wands, we're all going to get fired up. We're all going to get a stroke of inspiration. We're going to get this passion back that we're like, oh yeah, this is what I like to do, or shit, that's what I like about me. I'm pretty fucking cool, you know, let this Ace of Wands come in. And then again, justice. Let things get into balance. Okay. Allow them to come into balance. I allow things to balance out in my life. Show me what that looks like. Okay, friends, that is it for the midweek check-in. Big happy happy Mercury retrograde day. Happy Virgo season. I do think it's gonna be pretty wild. So you guys stay really grounded, you know, but in a good way, because the more we release, the more that energy comes in to fill its place, like happy energy, good energy, abundant energy. So you guys stay grounded. If you'd like to get in touch with me, I'll leave, you know, my link tree below, like and subscribe. Helen and I will be back for our midweek check-in. If anything else comes up, then I'll be sure to pop on. All right, guys, until then, enjoy the rest of your week.